Hey, what's up, guys? It's Apollo Uchiha here, and I'm back with a new movie. The name of this movie is What If Naruto Was Rhea's Son? And yeah, guys, it's an unscripted movie as well. Now, before continuing this, I would like to give shout out to many of you guys who have been suggesting me this idea, as well as a disclaimer. I will be including only those gods and goddesses and titans who I know about, and aside from them, I'm not going to include anyone or say any wrong name because I don't know anything about them. I have read only a few fictions about Percy Jackson x Naruto, so because of my experience, I'm going to make this movie. And I hope you like this one, and if you do, then please leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And yeah, I will also like to tell you guys that I will be uploading Minecraft survival mode from now on my channel tomorrow or the next day from tomorrow onwards. I will be uploading that series. I don't know jack shit about survival mode, but I guess I will watch some videos and we can begin our journey in Minecraft officially. And I will be making a multiplayer server as well, and I'm quite interested to see what we will play with each other. I hope we can play some challenges in which, like Mr. Beast video, you have to fight with one another after gathering some but of people as an army. I'm really interested in doing that with you guys. So yeah, once I'm done making a server and completely making it official, I will tell you. And so yeah, be prepared to play with me, guys. I'm really excited to play with you all as well. And enough of my yip yapping. Now on to today's topic. Let's get down with it, shall we? Let's begin with our story. Our story begins on October 11 in Konohagakure Sato. It was night time, and Konoha had went through its greatest catastrophe, almost being turned into a ruin by the greatest and the strongest Biju in the history of the elemental nations and shinobi history altogether. The mighty Kyubi no Yoko, who was under the influence of the Sharingan, as everyone witnessed it, and 3 hours later, they were saved by their fourth Hokage, who sacrificed his life alongside his wife to seal the mighty Biju inside their son. As with the said child, the third Hokage, who has retaken the mentality of the leader of the village, returned back to the council chamber. As after half an hour explaining them the whole scenario and who the child was and what it contained, everyone began to fight. And those who were greedy and snakes finally showed their true color. Aside from Shikaku, Inoichi, Tizumi, Mibuki, and Joza, and Hiyashi and Fugaku, everyone showed their colors. The minor villages, clan heads, as well as the civilian council and the elders. They wanted to turn the child into a weapon and not give him anything because they thought the child has lost this right because he has been turned into a Jinchuriki. You give me no choice then. Ryuzen said after listening to their tantrum. What do you mean? No choice. You have no choice. You have no say, Ryuzen. But she does. Who? Who has the power to go against us? His mother. As everyone chuckled, she's dead. As good as dead. How could you say that? Mibuki said. She sacrificed her life and her family to save you all. And this is how you repay her? You all disgust me. You can leave our group, Mibuki. You are useless for all we care. As then Sarutobi then said, fine, you leave me no choice. As he crushed a pendant that looked like gold. As suddenly there was a rip of golden energy inside the whole council chamber. As from that chamber walked out a goddess. Who are you? Everyone, meet the Titaness, the mother of the gods of Olympus, rhea. As everyone was shocked to see a mother of the gods and the stronger being than gods, a titan. What do you want, Titaness? I am here to claim my son, Danzo. You all know me too well, and you act like you don't know me at all. We do not know you, goddess. Or one who claimed to be at least one. Pity. I am Kushina Uzumaki, or that was my avatar in human state. What do you mean? I lived a life here as Kushina Uzumaki because I had nothing better to do and wanted to take a vacation away from my family and their tantrums. So I came here, as my best friend Shinigami suggested. You and Shinigami, yes, there are many other Pantheons, and you have the Arrow Pantheon, the Japanese Pantheon. There are many, many gods here as well as there are in different mythologies. I see. So this boy is your son. You can't take him. He has the property of Konoha, hence becoming property of Konoha. Danzo said as everyone smirked. Oh really now? As it was inside. Are you really going to do that now, Rhea? I have no choice. They won't let me take my son otherwise. So if he didn't was or wasn't a Jinchuriki, you would let me take him, right? Yes. There will be no well question then asked. But you forgot, Titaness. If you make him or a not Jinchuriki or non Jinchuriki, he will die now. Oh really now? QB, you're free to go now. As the seal broke, as QB broke free. Thank you, Rhea-sama. It was an honor being with you. Now, those who are seeing you as a property, why don't you show them that you are not a property, a proper entity, a being? As after that, Rhea began to leave with her son. Wait, you can't do that! Anbu, stop her! As the Anbus literally turned into dust. I can literally turn this whole world into dust if I wanted to. But our gods will not let that happen, Danzo said. You think you are the only realm they rule over? There is a whole multiverse, and many universes, galaxies filled with what they have to rule over. You're just nothing more than this bit, she said, squeezing her both hands and fingers. This sand, grain, you're nothing more than that, Danzo, and your whole world. To us. You do not know who you're talking to and messing with. I'll make sure to make fine arrangements in hell for all of you. Be ready to get there now. I'll be leaving Hiruzen, and here is your present. As the dust gathered, and in front of everyone, Bibako Sarutobi was revived. Hiruzen, what is going on? Bibako-chan, you're alright. Rhea-sama, thank you so much. You don't have to say that to me. She died because she was protecting me. I was going to revive her, and I'll be leaving. As then everyone realized what kind of entity they have messed with. I will do my job well, Rhea-sama, said QB as it began to tear down apart some of the minor clan heads as well as the civilian council members and the elders as well. And hence the downfall of the whole elemental nation and Shinobi world begin, as the child of prophecy was taken by his mother, and it was all choice of hers and Sarutobi, who chose a child over his whole world, and he was damn proud of it. As we go towards Rhea, who finally saw it, as she looked down at her son, standing in her apartment in New York City inside USA, United States of America. It was the tallest building, and at the top there was her apartment, as it was the closest Zeus could give her, as Titans were banned to come on Mount Olympus, so they needed to give their mother a space, and that is the place that they chose, so they could meet there. I just hope that they're not here, and I can play this off easy, like laying low. That can't be done, mother, said Hera, her youngest daughter. Oh, Hera, what are you doing here? Said the Titaness as she saw the young goddess, or the queen of goddess, standing there with a pout and her arms crossed. As her eyebrow then got up. What's this? A child? Is he? He is my son. Mother, you had a child without a wedlock? You know that what happens to those childs, right? You would not dare to anger me. Mother, I wouldn't, but he is born with wedlock. I married a man and lived my life with him until he died, alongside my avatar, and he was born from my avatar. Hence, he has a power of an Olympian as well. I see. As when she opened the door, Hera followed her suit, as every goddess and gods were there, mainly her children. As Zeus then said, Mom, where were you? We were very sick, said Zeus, as he was a bit dramatic, as thunder boomed. Calm down, Thor, said Poseidon. You know that I'm not the lunkhead. Yeah, says the guy who almost died with his, own weapon, thrown by another thunder god. Don't remind me that. So, I guess you'll find out that I was away. Yes, we were worried sick, mother, said Poseidon. Yes, I as well. I guess even Hades is here. My disappearance have caused you all to grow close at least a bit. Not one bit, said the three big brothers. The big three mainly. As after that, Hera sat down with her child, as everyone then noticed that. As Artemis was the first one to break the ice. Grandmother, who is that child? Oh, this child is my son that I had with a human, meaning he's an half demigod or something, a demi-titan. He is a god, a complete god, and an Olympian as well. Mom, is he a threat to my Zeus? You will not harm him, and I will warn each and every one of you as I have warned Hera before. He is born from wedlock, and he is my son, and like you all, I love him very dearly as well. And if you dare touch even a single hair of him, I will not hold back. We would never do that, mother. We promise. Even though they were the rulers of the whole universe, they were still afraid of their mother. Even if they knew they could fight out their mother. But their mother was the most kindest woman they have met, and they did not want to anger her, knowing very well the consequences of what would happen if they did. As after that, Artemis then said, great, he's also one of them. As Hermes and Ares, as well as Hephaestus and Apollo, were quite happy. Yeah, another boys to the group. As Zeus said, but I thought I was the youngest one. You was Zeus, but now he is. So, what are his domains? The god of peace. Really? Yeah, the god of peace. As then, the three sisters walked inside. What are you doing here, Fates? We are here to deliver a message. A child born from you will bring those relations which are broken close, and peace shall be preserved everywhere. And everyone will be united under the flag of peace. As everyone was surprised by this, as for the first time Faith smiled before leaving, and we can finally relax now as well. Relax? But what will happen to the... Nothing will happen, because our job will be done. Peace will be preserved, and we will only cut the threads of those people whose life are coming to an end. And that is our only job left. And many less demigods and any other human will die now. As everyone was surprised now. What is his name, mother? Asked Zeus anyway, because he was quite interested in his little brother now. What the face told him sounded really nice. A person who could bring peace amongst them all. That sounded like a joke, mostly to him, but he wanted to figure it out if it was possible or not. And so did Poseidon, and so did the god of underworld as well. As after that, Rhea smiled and said, Naruto. His name is Naruto. Naruto, huh? Naruto, the god of peace. As suddenly, on Mount Olympus, a chair was created. A chair which had a name written on it. It was Naruto Uzumaki no Mikaze. As after that, the gods and goddesses left. Only Hera, Hestia, and Demeter remained there, as they missed their mother, as they were now currently taking care of their little brother. As Hera then said, Come on, Hestia, can I have my little brother now? I really want to play with him. You have been hogging over him for quite a while now. Silence, Hera. You should wait and let your older sister play with his little brother. But he's so cute. It was all because of what happened 1 hour ago. When Naruto opened his eyes, they were the most beautiful blue eyes that the three sisters have ever seen, and even Artemis and Athena, who were there at the time. But they left because they didn't want to cause any trouble. Pori did didn't come there because she was busy with Ares, who was also busy with, doing what? Well, Hephaestus was here, and he was happy as well that Naruto didn't cry seeing him, but only smiled. He felt warm inside because his own mother threw him off of the Mount Olympus once she found out what kind of being she had given birth to, and it still haunted him to no end. Time skip. After that, we go to the present to see that the three sisters were still arguing over Naruto. As Resmal, come on girls, can I have my son back now? As they looked sad and pouted as if a toy was taken from them. He is your brother, not a toy. As after that, Rhea was surprised at how many times her daughters, as well as her granddaughters, have visited her. As Artemis at some point has also visited Naruto again and again because for some reason he was the only male she could tolerate. And she went as far as to take care of Naruto at one point because Shinigami had called for her help, and she was quite surprised when she couldn't find anyone who was available to take care of a 2-year-old Naruto, because 2 years have been passed by now since she had been taking care of Naruto. For them, time was irrelevant, and Naruto was surprisingly growing up slow. Maybe it was because he had 10% of human genes in him. But Rhea was happy that she could spend every moment of this time learning and taking care of Naruto and loving him to no end. And so would everyone. As Artemis then looked at the baby, as the baby chuckled, now I'm going to bring you to meet with the most virtuous and honorable group in this whole world, my hunters. As Zoe and the other hunters were also there now. My lady, who is this male? This male is my brother. Wait, what? Yes, he is my brother. He is the son of Rhea, my grandmother, and brother of my father, and some sort of brother to me as well. But isn't he your uncle? Brother, because he's younger than me. I'm not going to call him uncle. It sounds weird. Yes, it does, my lady, but are you sure you're saying the right relation? Brother, I said, brother he is. Okay, my lady, said Zoe. Then why did you bring him here, though? He will turn out like them eventually. He is a male. He's different. Because he is the god of peace. And not only that, he is also the one who I can tolerate. Wait, what? Yes, he is the only tolerable male that is ever to exist in this world. Why don't you pick him up? I don't know. My lady, said Zoe, as she was quite confused, as Artemis handed Naruto over to Zoe, as Zoe picked him up reluctantly. But she felt at peace. He really is kind of nice and not all that monstrosity like other males are. See, I told you. As time skip 2 years later, we see that Naruto was drawing pictures in the camp, or more like Hunter's base, as they were residing near the camp in which demigods resided. As those who were younger, recruited into the hunt, were also there, as Naruto was drawing around him and watching him. Naruto-sama, are you going to give this painting to me now? Or are you going to take it home? I don't know. Annie, I am thinking of giving it to someone, but sister says that I shouldn't be showing favoritism to anyone. So I guess I will be taking this home. Well, but hey, we all play and that all that matters, right? We're all friends here, right? Yes, we are. As Zoe then said, Naruto-sama. Ah, Zoe-ne-chan, Naruto said as he ran towards her and hugged her. As Zoe returned the hug and smiled, because Naruto was the only male she could tolerate. Now she knew it and find him cute and lovable. Artemis-sama has called for you. Really? As Artemis has returned from the camp, indicating them that they will be staying there inside her camp base that was created there, alongside the other gods and goddesses. As Naruto entered her camp, Ne-chan, as Apollo was also there. So here you are, little one. I thought you will be hiding again. Oh, it was fun. Apollo Nissan told me to do that. I still can't believe you asked him specifically to quote us all in Japanese flex, Apollo. Really cliche of you. Oh, but it is cool, right? Being called Nechan and Nissan. Plus, someone wouldn't call me Nissan, so I had to ask him to call me that now, since I am the older sibling here. But Zoe then said, again correcting them, aren't you actually nephew and niece? Siblings, both of them said, as both of them nodded at each other, finally agreeing at some point. As Zoe left, oh my god, they finally gone crazy over him. I don't know if he will bring peace or chaos, but life isn't boring anymore. She said, leaving. So Naruto, would you like to go with me to have ramen at the Chiraku shop we found in Japanese district? Really? Can we? Can we? As Artemis frowned, Naruto, you promised me that you will study archery with me today. I guess Apollonisan will go some other day. How about I buy you 10 bowls? What about that, kid? And not only that, then I'll take you to the arcade. This is quite tempting as well. Naruto, don't listen. He will take you to the strip club again. I don't know why those women dance around naked and touch me here and there. It's quite weird, Nissan. And yucky. Whoa, what? As Artemis laughed. See? What have you done to him? Apollo said, shaking his sister violently. Why is he so pure and innocent? He is pure and innocent because he is pure and innocent, Apollo. What do you mean by that? He doesn't even know what that stuff is. What have you been done or doing to that kid? It's not only me, it's Athena as well. As both of them looked at that, there was a note left and Naruto was not there. It was from Athena. Damn it! Thanks to you, Athena has taken him now, said Artemis as Apollo pouted. It's not my fault. Leave. I'll give you a 10-second head start. Oh, come on! As she prepared her bow and arrow, as Apollo dashed away in his, car, which was basically the sun, or his chariot. As we go inside Athena's library. Really, Nechan? You could have just called me. It's much more fun like this. You know, I have been getting way more tactful in how to kidnap you. I'm not your pawn, Nechan. I know, little one, but basically you're helping me out to improve my skills. I get it. So why have you called me here? I want you to solve this seal. I can't quite crack it. Because I'm an Uzumaki, huh? Well, obviously. It's quite actually surprising that you, being the smartest goddess of wisdom and all, couldn't figure this out. Uzumaki seals are difficult to crack, and they're created by grandmother, and only you are an Uzumaki, plus a god who can live long enough and have learned everything within the course of 2 years. 2 years, well, it took me 3 years to learn one seal. Well, it is quite easy, Naruto said, showing her the great matrix of each Uzumaki seal, as Naruto revealed all of the seal and matrices to Athena, as she learned half of it almost instantly. Wow, Naruto, you're teaching this way easily to me than my grandmother did. Yeah, I guess mom's way of explaining is hardcore, right? I had to decipher each and every one of her technique to make it my own. I guess you're right. Wait, is mom back from that quest of hers? Yes, I heard that grandmother is back. Really? I guess I have to go now. Wait, Naruto. Father was calling for you actually. Brother, I guess I'll go see him. As Naruto dashed inside the main hall where the king and the queen were, sitting, or more likely bickering. As Naruto came there, seeing the sight that his brother was, screaming in his throne while his sister was literally yelling at him. Again? Really? Can't you keep it in your pants for once? Hey. Oh, Naruto, you're here, said Hera, as she went to her throne and picked up Naruto and put him on her lap. As a 4-year-old, he was looking cute sitting there. As Naruto then said, wait, I'm not here for, like this and all mushy stuff. I'm here to know, Nissan, why you called me actually? Oh, Naruto, good timing. Kiddo, I want you to deliver this letter to Mother. I know you're going to see her now. Yeah, I am. But you're not visiting? I'm busy, Naruto. Your sister and I had to discuss something. Really? You did it again, did you? Silence, Naruto. This is not a matter that children should involve themselves into. Whether or not, I don't want you to get involved in my private life. Yeah, because he's afraid that you will not respect him anymore. Hira, silence! Naruto, you should leave. Okay, but please stop fighting. I mean, you will get wrinkles like that, Naruto said before dashing away, as both of them then were quite flabbergasted at what Naruto had said, but then started to laugh out as their anger faded away. You know what? I get it. Why the fates were that much confident in the kid, said Zeus. He really has a king to bring people back to Earth and calm them down before they do something stupid. Yeah, I guess you're right. I guess he really is our rope who binds us all together. Yeah, I guess he really is. As Naruto finally returned back to his apartment, as Naruto finally found his mother sitting there, as she looked sad. Mom, what is going on? Naruto, remember the world that your father lived in? Yes, well, it is destroyed. Wait, what? Yes, I'm certain that his body couldn't be recovered. But how did he got destroyed? I'm pretty sure you said that it was alright, just in your letters 2 months ago. It was, but a war broke out and it was the Great Fourth Shinobi War, and all of the populace died under the infamous Tsukiyomi, and the Otsuzukis were killed off by us. And that is why I was called there. I see, but how did this happen? You see, Naruto, you were supposed to be the child of prophecy, but I took you from there. Meaning I am the cause of all of this. Naruto said, no, Naruto, you're not. I am. If I hadn't removed you from there and would have raised you there, this wouldn't have happened. But your life was at risk. I couldn't risk it. I ask for your forgiveness, son. As Naruto then said, it's alright. It wasn't your fault. You didn't knew. I knew, Naruto. What? Yes, I knew. I chose you over them. Hiruzen, my friend, chose you over themselves and himself and his family because he knew how important figure I was and what would happen if something happened to my son. You, I see. Mother, it is hard to digest what you did, but I kind of know why you did that. Were those people bad? Naruto, they were corrupted. They were even using your father. Some of their friends were. I see. Those who are corrupted to the core cannot be redeemed. I guess they brought this upon themselves. I guess you're right, Naruto. As after that, Rhea and Naruto spent the night together, watching some Netflix and chilling there. As it was the beginning of the Netflix, by the way, so yeah. After that, 10 to 15 years passed as Naruto was now a teenager. As he was sitting in the council, he had to attend a meeting, as there hasn't been any war going around in the world, and the Greeks and both the camps, the camp Jupiter and the camp of the gods, were both now peaceful and on friendly terms now. As surprisingly, one thing also happened there. Hades' chair was also built inside the council ring on the Mount Olympus because he was allowed back. As Naruto and everyone was talking again about the same boring stuff. As Naruto then said, I kind of want to visit your father. Is it alright for me to visit Tetris? As everyone looked at him as if he was going mad. Naruto, are you out of your mind? No, Nissan, No, you're not allowed to go there. That man is a sociopath. You can't. No matter how peaceful you are and how calmness you bring to all of us, you are not allowed to go there. Yes, son, you are not, said Rhea's voice. Mother? Everyone said. Yes, even though I'm not allowed there, I can still listen in and give my suggestions to my children. And we're honored your every suggestion, Mother, said Zeus. And as this one, you are forbidden to enter that place, Naruto, until we say otherwise. Okay, I guess, but I have been having a dream recently in which I see a boy with green eyes as Poseidon began to sweat, as both Hades as well as Zeus looked at him with narrowed eyes. You didn't. Come on, guys, we can talk this out. You bastard, we swore on River Sadex. And you did it again, didn't you? What? Naruto, we swore, remember, that we won't do any of this again. What? You know, when we take visits and trips away from our wives and our throne and all that. Oh, yeah. When you go down there and you take a vacation, right? As Hera looked angry at Zeus, as Zeus then chuckled nervously. Yes, Naruto. Even though Naruto was 15, he was still pure and away from impure thoughts, gaining the heart of both Athena and Artemis. Both of them unknowingly were now attracted to him to a certain degree, as they found it cute as Apori deity then said, I don't know how to pronounce her name, it's quite difficult, okay? So don't, roast me or anything. I'm gonna say Apori died. Then got up and went towards Naruto and squeezed his cheeks. Stop it, please, Apori died. It hurts, hurting my cheeks. Stop this at once, you whore, and sit down on your throne. Why is this foam over here anyway? Stop it, Girl Scout. I'm not even interested in talking to you. Azarine then said, Oi, punk. Keep your Girl Scout in check. Ares, really? I get it, I like you, but don't you dare do this to my girl. Your girl? How? She isn't your daughter or anything, as everyone chuckled at that. Zeus said, sorry, Nissan. Don't worry about it, Naruto. It has been happening for quite a while now. Everyone doesn't take me seriously anymore. I do. I guess you do. So, you were saying, Naruto, about this dream. Well, in this dream, I saw a boy with green eyes and black hair, and you two angry at him for some reason. Your helm and your, lightning stick. It's called the lightning rod, Naruto, actually. Lightning bolt for short, said Zeus. Oh yeah, lightning bolt. They were stolen, and you think that it was that boy who stole it, but it was actually someone else with golden eyes. He looked hideous and quite huge, and he was in a dark place. Oh no. How could it be? Are you 100% sure, Naruto? Yeah, he had golden eyes, and he had a golden skin tone as well, and he was huge and hideous. Kronos, as everyone thought, as they began to speak in ancient Greek language. Naruto was still finding it hard to decipher it, but Athena could and was shocked as well. Naruto, when did you start having this dream? About 1 month ago. Oh, meaning I am going to have a boy then, huh? What do you mean by that? Poseidon-san? You see, 1 month ago I was on a beach and I met a girl named Sally Jackson. And we hit it off, and I think I might have spent the night with her. As Naruto's ears were covered at this point by Artemis, as everyone was looking at her. What? I'm not going to let his innocence go to ruin just like that. Thank you, Artemis. As Artemis chuckled and sat down, as Hestia then said, he is innocent, at least let him remain for quite some time, as he is. As after that, Poseidon then requested something to Naruto. Naruto, I would like to request something from you. As everyone got a bad feeling about this, I would like you to go and see if Sally is doing okay. Poseidon, Zeus roared. You know it is not allowed. We have banned ourselves to go there. Naruto isn't. He isn't bound by that rules. He wasn't here at the time that rules were created, so he's technically not allowed to be bound by them. As Zeus then sat down for a bit. You're right. He isn't, as did everyone, because Poseidon made a valid point. So, Naruto, are you going to do this or not? I guess I will. I mean, he's kind of my nephew, so I have to. As Naruto then descended down after finding the coordinates, as he was surprised that Sally Jackson was living here in New York City as well. As Naruto saw that a satyr was there as well. Naruto-sama. Oh, a satyr. Why are you in a crutches? I have to keep a disguise, you see. Is Chiron here as well? Yes, he's acting as a principal. But why did you grace us with your presence, my lord? Oh, I'm here to look out for my nephew, Percy Jackson. Percy Jackson? I was ordered by Chiron someone to look out for him and bring him back to the camp when the time comes. I have to go warn his mother. Oh, you don't have to. You just have to do your job. I will do the deed, okay? As you wish, my lord. As Naruto went to Sally Jackson and knocked on the door, as Sally answered, coming. Yes, I am Poseidon's brother. As after that, Sally let Naruto inside. As Naruto met a man named Gabe, who looked like a pig. As Naruto, with a snap of his finger, made him pass out. Don't worry, he's just sleeping, so we can talk peacefully. Oh, okay. So what is this? He doesn't show up at his birth, and now this. Technically, he's bound by the ancient rules, as he cannot visit his children. I see. But how can you? Because I was born 15 years ago? That is why? I see. So, you're a god? Yes, god of peace, actually. So, it is your job to maintain peace, huh? Yes. I see. Then why are you here? Well, Poseidon requested me to come here to check out on both you and Percy over here. Here, as Naruto gave him a pendant. This will not attract monsters towards him wherever you take him, because demigod's children have a scent that attracts monsters. And do not say their names. Names have power, Sally Jackson. Very much power than we can imagine. I see. Is there anything else should I know? Well, no. Just enjoy your life in general. And I will be visiting him as his uncle and all, if that is alright with that person over there. And if you need any help, just call me, okay? Here is the number. It rings directly up in the Olympus. Really? Yeah. Can you believe it? And Athena told me that she didn't want it to be done, but I requested her especially to do this to my temple, which is actually my mother's basement. Wow. I guess that's nice and good for you. Yeah, it is. Visit me sometimes, okay? As after that, Naruto left, giving her some cash and the pendants that will ward off the monsters from his energy. As after that, Percy grew up as in canon, still being abused by Gabe and being called a nerd in his class, but a child nonetheless, with great powers and hidden secrets. His best friend was Grover as well, and his teacher with on wheelchair was also quite after his ass to teach him about anything related to Greek history. As after that, the incident happened when he thought on his trip that he should leave his pendant home. He did attract a monster because of his scent of that of God, and the Chimera was there and almost killed him until Naruto arrived and warded it off. Because he was God of Peace, he gave them the chance to leave, and they left. Uncle, you look different, as Chiron then stood up and bowed. Ah, Chiron, it's good to meet you. Yes, it is, Naruto-sama. You have done well, Grover. Yes, it's an honor, Naruto-sama. Naruto-sama, Uncle Naruto, what is going on here? Well, you see, Percy, you might want to sit down for this. After Naruto was done explaining Percy everything, Percy became quite shocked. Really? You're a god of peace, and my father is Poseidon, god of sea. And on his behalf, you can come here to see me. Yeah, actually, I can come here to see anyone of my nephews and nieces if I want to, on behalf of their parents. Really? Then why me? Well, I am actually visiting all of them. And I am currently at camp as well, where I'm going to thank you. And at Jupiter as well. Looking out for all of them. And giving them someone to rely upon as a family. And I'm currently at Olympus as well, being roasted by my sister. because of using my power to interfere, and my brother is going to grill me again for this. You rock, Uncle. No, and I knew I could trust on you, as always. Yeah, but don't tell your mother, okay? Actually, do tell your mother, Percy. As Naruto looked at Grover. Really? Naruto said, quite confused. Oh, I didn't mean to. No, 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 please speak. Actually, it is the time to bring him to the camp, Chiron said, as Grover was too much flustered. Oh, why didn't you say so? Come on, Percy, you're gonna love it there. As Naruto gave him the pendant again. Here, wear this, okay? As after that, Naruto brought Sally in and told her everything. So it is time, I guess. Will I? Yeah, obviously, you can meet him whenever you want. Don't be silly. You're a part of the family as well now, Sally. You can meet him. As he gave her a pendant as well. This will protect you and ward off the spirits. I will take him to the camp. I promise I will write, Mom. You better, kiddo, said Sally as she hugged her son before Percy left. As Naruto teleported there. See? We're here, instantly. Whoa, that was quite fast. See? I told you, my father was called the fastest shinobi of his world, Naruto said, remembering him and his father as he smiled a sad smile. But enough of that. Why don't you come inside? I'll introduce to everyone. As Naruto went over to explain each and every cabin to everyone. As after that, Poseidon's cabin was shown, which was abandoned. You can live here now, Percy. This is your father's place. And your new crib. It looks nice. As then Annabeth came there. Uncle Naruto, I have to talk to you. Let me guess, you want me to teach you the Uzumaki sealing techniques. I told you, Annabeth, your mother declined, and I cannot teach you against her words because she wants herself to learn this first. But I don't get it. Why would mother do that to me? And to everyone. She loves you and she doesn't want you to experiment on these seals because they are quite dangerous, and she, being a goddess, can handle that. Literally, I can tell you so many incidents when it happened. As suddenly, arrow was shot down from the sky as it was impaled next to Naruto. As it had a note, see, your mother is warning me. Do not you dare tell anyone. I promise, sis, I won't. As after that, Athena came down there, ignoring the rules, as she picked Naruto's ear. Ow, ow, okay, seriously, ow, that hurts! Naruto, even though you are 23, you have grown quite mischievous, you know. I'm not mischievous. I was telling the truth. Yes, you are, and I told you sometimes truth can be hurtful. Mom? Annabeth said. Oh, hey, Annabeth. Wow, you two quite resemble a lot. Except for the hair, actually. But you do, really. I see. I guess I do, huh? Well, anyway, sister, why have you gone quiet? Nothing, said Athena as she blushed looking away from Naruto, because Naruto had the deepest blue eyes and blonde hair. As after that, Annabeth then gasped, Mother, do you? As Athena brought her daughter inside her cabin. Are you out of your mind? You're going to blow my cover. He is pure, and he doesn't know about this stuff. That is why he is acting like that. You mean he doesn't? Yes, he doesn't do anything of that stuff that the other gods have done. And that is why he's trusted by everyone. And I like him. So you're not denying it? Yes, I'm not going to deny it from my most prodigious children, because you'll figure it out sooner than later. Actually, I did. I was just suspicious. Now you proved it. I guess. You're quite outsmarting, one little one. I learned it from the best. Yes, you did. So how long will it take for you to reveal that? Suddenly a horn was blown. Really? What is going on here? I guess Percy just got claimed, said Athena. And not only that, Artemis is here, Athena said with a little bit of frustration in her tone. Mother, is everything? Yes, it is, but it is just that she's also going for Naruto, the man-hater goddess. Her hunters also like him. As suddenly Naruto was tackled down to the ground by many of his friends. It's so good to see every one of you. Wow, you have grown up healthily, Naruto said, indicating towards his little sister or hunters who were newly recruited, and Naruto visited them and played with them every day to earn their trust. As then Artemis came there. You have grown well, Naruto. Wow, sister, I'm much taller than you. As Artemis became irritated and grew up into her real form and bonked Naruto on the head. Stop being such a brat. I was just, joking around. You didn't have to be that mad, Naruto said. Oh, sorry, did it hurt? No, I guess I'm fine. So, what brings you here back to the camp? Well, father called me here, saying that Poseidon's son is here. So, what you dreamed about, that prophecy about the crooked one. As everyone could not make a head or toe what they were talking about because they were talking it in a godly language. As looked at them, both of them. Are you sure they couldn't understand us? Yes, they can't. So, what were you saying? As I was saying, he wants everything to be perfect because he doubts highly that he will return, but if he does, just in case, then we should be prepared to take him down. That we will be. Percy is here, and I'm pretty sure he will be able to take him down. And if he isn't, then I will do it myself. But Naruto, you do know that doing so could cost you your life. So be it. I'll die protecting you all, who are precious to me. That all there is to be matter, right? As from the fire that was lit in the center came out Hestia. No, it isn't. You are a part of our family. A bigger part that you don't even know about. If you fall, all of our family will crumble, Naruto. I don't think so, sister. Actually, you do not know, silly child. You do not know. Plus, mother is asking you to come visit. She really wants that recipe of ramen that you learned. I don't know why she got addicted to it. Well, she was in Uzumaki Avatar. That avatar quite liked literally ramen and worshipped ramen goddess is out there. Really? Yeah, she told me that. Even though it was fake, it was quite funny actually. I guess that would be quite funny as well. Well, I'll be leaving, as everyone was quite shocked. Seeing two goddesses, Hestia and Athena, was one thing, but also the man-hater Artemis, who have they seen quite a time, but as well as another new god named Naruto, who was the god of peace, and he didn't have a single child, and not even in his own camp in the demigod section. Was he not respected? Then why was he mingling with the other gods and goddesses like he knew them, and they all acted friendly towards him and even Artemis and his hunters? As after that, Naruto said goodbye to everyone and left. Those who were new were quite surprised by this. Those who newly knew about the Greek mythology, and after they were told by the older campers who that was and what he meant it to all of them, they became happy. Except for one, Luke, son of Hermes, who looked at Naruto with anger. Why are you acting like his messenger, uncle? Luke, come on. Stop being mad at your father. I know that your life has not been the best. If you know, then please leave. I do not have the patience to talk to you again. I don't want to say something that will hurt you. You are quite literally there for me while he isn't. I'm not mad at you or anyone. I'm only mad at him. What right does he have to give me birth and then leave like I don't even matter, or my mother for that course? I apologize on his behalf. You don't have to. Why are you always apologizing to us? Even though you're a god, you're nothing like them. You are different. You're like us. And the funny thing is that even after all this crap, he didn't even show up once. Not even once, and I died already 3 times literally near that experience. You showed up, but he didn't. He is bound by the rules. To hell with the rules, you don't follow them. It is because I was not bound by them, Luke. I don't care, uncle. I don't want to listen to this. Please just leave. I guess I will. For now. And for the record, he still misses you and regrets what he done. After that, Naruto left. As Luke's eyes glowed golden. Luke, do not listen to his words. You are already sent out on your mission. Completed. I will, my lord. Soon the Olympus shall crumble beneath your feet. That it shall. That it shall. As after that, the same as in canon match occurred between the red team and blue team, as well as the hunters. Three parties fighting against each other. As the last one standings were Zoe, as well as Annabeth and Percy. As Percy was quite badly wounded as Naruto returned. Annabeth, I told you to go easy on him. What? Just let him go to the water. He doesn't know that. As Naruto brought him to the water, as the water healed Percy and made him stronger. Come on, Percy. The match is ended in a tie. As Zoe then looked at Naruto. You can't do that, Naruto. You do know that you can't interfere. I can't let you harm each other out. It's just a game. There's nothing life in that threatening situation. This is a drill, Naruto. Artemis said. To train them. Drill it into their minds that out there they are going to face monsters. I still don't get it why you don't just let me make penance for them so it could ward off the monsters. It will be way much easier for them and they can live a normal, healthy life out there, away from the camp, for those who don't want to live actually here. Because Zeus has forbidden it. I don't know why. Though, as Naruto then went to a tree, or a girl who was turned into a tree, as Naruto sat down there. As Naruto then began to talk to that tree. Hey Talia, how have you been holding up here, huh? I know you're alive in there. I will find a way to get you free. As Naruto fed the tree some of his life force. As after that, Zeus came there. Naruto, thank you. But you don't have to. It is my responsibility. I took the liberty of taking care of all of them, and I couldn't protect her. You know, there is a war going on between us brothers behind your back, Naruto. What? Yes. Even though we acted friendly in front of you, we never were on the friendliest of terms. You see, me and them have a history way back, and we can't actually see an eye for an eye until you were born, and we started to change. But some things remained the same, and she was caught in the crossfire because of that. I see. Thanks, brother. You have helped me get rid of my guilt, and that is more than enough. As Naruto then fell down, having vision Naruto, as Zeus brought him back, with the thunder booming, back to Olympus, as Rhea wasn't allowed as her voice boomed. What is going on with Naruto? His life force is depleting, fastly. As Naruto then said, the crooked one, he... Naruto passed out. What did he say? The crooked one. Let's go to Tetris, as all of the gods and goddesses and even Rhea went to Tetris. What have you done to him, Kronos? Rhea, did you think that I will let that illegitimate child of yours live? He has been thinking that he is a god, like my legitimate children. I wouldn't allow him to live. I have already done enough to that man's world for you to cheat on me. And now I'm going to destroy his legacy as well. You will not harm him anymore. What have you done? My subordinate Luke has poured poison into his every drink. Through that poison, I can control him. And I have ordered him to die. Everything inside of him will die out. His ichor will turn into poison itself. As Naruto was now in such amount of pain, as gods called upon a quest, as fates are out there, looking worried. We are worried about the future. If he dies, there will be chaos, and it will be because of Luke. As Zeus then tried to grab his thunderbolt, but it wasn't there, and Poseidon's spear was also missing, as was Hades' helm. What is going on? Our weapons. Naruto did mention that they will be stolen. Yes, Hera said. Luke, Hermes said, as he flew on his flying shoes as fast as he could and arrived in front of a cave in which Luke was sitting. What have you done, Luke? Stop doing this. Naruto is being harmed. What? But he said that he won't be. His ichor is turning into poison and he will die out like this. You have been helping him, helping Kronos all this long time. I know. I know. Why then? Are you going to let Naruto die out, who literally was there for you when I wasn't? No, I'm not. I'm going to beg him to reconsider. He's not going to reconsider. He's jealous. Jealous that his wife was taken by a mortal, and Naruto is a part mortal as well. So that is why he felt sympathetic towards us, isn't it? No, he wanted you all to have someone to rely on. That is why he took that job, but we couldn't do because we were bound by those stupid rules that we created at the time. I regret leaving you. I regret being not there. But please, this is not how it's supposed to be. Really? As before he could say anything, or anything could be said between father and son, Luke was killed off by two gunshots straight through the heart. As Hermes was shocked and grabbed his son. Luke! Come on, stay with me. I have to bring you to Apollo. No, Dad. As suddenly, Hermes turned behind to see it was none other than Ares. Punk thought that he can go back on his words, huh? Ares, what are you doing here? I want war, and that peaceful brat is causing way too much trouble. He needs to go. I am the god of war after all. As after that, another gunshot was fired, as Luke was now close to being dead. I'm sorry, Dad. It's alright, son. I'm proud of you. As Luke died with a smile on his face then, as Hermes got up. You will pay for this, Ares, as both of them began to battle out in their true godly form, as Naruto was in pain as he got up. I have to go. As Athena and Artemis, who were now crying literally, said, Stop! Lie down, Naruto, you're hurt. You will only cause pain to yourself. I have to. I told you, remember, I'd rather die than seeing any of my loved ones fighting amongst one another. As Naruto arrived on the battlefield, even did the other gods to see that Hermes and Ares were fighting, as Zeus then ordered both of them to stop. What is going on here? He's the one who's working with the crooked one. He's the one who is causing all of this. He is the one who caused my son's death, whom I will avenge soon. After he's dead, my anger will calm down, said Hermes. Hermes, stop this. Ares, you as well. Hera said. Shut it, Hera. I know you never liked me, or Apollo, or Artemis for that fact, but that doesn't give him the right to harm my children. First of all, you all banned us to not go and see them, and now when I was finally able to meet him and apologize and connect back to my son, he was taken from me by this damn bastard over there who wants nothing more than to cause wars in this world. And by the order of whom? That damn crooked one. Is this true, Ares? So what? I don't hate that kid, but he needs to go. We need to go back to how we were. There needs to be war into this world to make me relevant. I cannot just sit still and enjoy this googly-eyed peace. It can go to hell for all I care, and that kid just need to die. As everyone guessed, that kid is your uncle, Zeus said, and you have just performed the greatest atrocity aside from our father. You have tried to murder someone who is close to not only us all, but to our mother, as Hera arrived. I have tolerated you at many times, Ares, but this time, you need to go. Erase. Mother, please, Hera said, but Zeus stopped her. No, we are the one who caused this to happen to him. As Naruto was bending heavily in pain. Mother, stop, please. Shut up, Naruto. I'm not going to listen. As Naruto jumped in between her spell as he began to disappear as well. Naruto! Rhea stopped. I will not let you hurt my sister. She's a mother, just like you are. How can you take away someone's son's life just because of me? Just because your own can live? If you want to punish him, then do it in some other way instead of killing him. Banish him, Zeus. Take away his godly powers. He's no longer a god. He is an immortal who will live roaming around in the mortal realm only by himself. As Hera thought that the punishment was appropriate, as Naruto coughed a huge amount of ichor as he was now on the floor. The golden blood was all over Naruto's face as he was panting heavily and turning pale. I guess my time is near, huh? as Naruto started to glow out as the three fair sisters arrived. It is done. The wheel of fate has been shattered. The peace has been destroyed, which we warned you all to protect. The Crooked One is back. You will need Percy Jackson to collect your three weapons and use them against the Crooked One, because he is the only one who will be our savior now. As after that, Percy was told what happened, and everyone was devastated about Luke and Naruto. And so was Camp Jupiter, and both camps reunited to fight against the Crooked One, as did their other halves, the Gore's other halves. All of them clashed against the Crooked One and took down the Titan army, Rhea fighting alongside them. But Naruto was still disappearing, bit by bit, because he was growing weaker. His blood was turning into poison itself, literally killing him. Athena had been doing everything she can to make a cure for the poison, working day and night for the past years, and so did Artemis, hunting down for the herbs for her sister so that her brother could recover. As finally their methods pay off and Naruto was recovering, as both of them confessed to Naruto when he was recovering, and Naruto returned their feelings as well. Even though he didn't understand it at first, it took some time for him to understand, and Zeus allowed his daughters to marry his brother because they loved him and Naruto loved them. If anyone could have his daughters, then it should be Naruto, because he was young, strong, and not only that, willing to sacrifice his life to save them all. And that is all that he needed. And after that, Thalia was also revived, and so was Jason and all. Everyone was reunited and given Naruto's penance and were allowed to live, and every god was now allowed to visit their children. Luke's grave was built inside the camp, as Hermes still visited that grave. It was a reminder of his constant failure as a father, as a god as well. And Naruto's statue was prepared, as he was the one who was called a bridge and the rope between gods that tied them down together, and was respected by everyone, even the monsters into the Tetras as well, and even by Giaya itself, their great grandmother. As Naruto has met Giaya many times and spent some time with her, and well chit chatted with her as well, and formed a connection with her. When Giaya said that Naruto should free her children, Naruto told her that what her children had done and caused him, she finally gave up on her children. To harm such a loving child, she couldn't keep up with her fate of knowing that her children were innocent. She knew that her children had done wrong, and she needed to punish them as a mother should. And so she allowed them to remain in Tetris, where they belonged. Yaya was still resting, but connected to Naruto and talked, and so was everyone else close to him. Naruto brought gods and their children closer, becoming the peace and a bridge between humans and gods once again. As this was today's movie, I hope you like this one, and if you do, then please leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. As this is Apollo, and I'm signing out. Peace.